May the warrior grant him courage and protect him in these perilous times. May the smith
perilous, perilous,
and protect him in these perilous times. May the smith grant him strength that he might bear this heavy burden. And may the crone, she that knows the fate of all men, show him.
crone, crone,
May the crone, she that knows the fate of all men, show him.
50 years to actually deserve it. It would be some consolation, wouldn't it? For all the...
consolation, consolation,
It would be some consolation, wouldn't it? For all the...
been overthrown by a butcher named Cleon, who's declared himself his imperial majesty.
majesty, majesty,
Who's declared himself his imperial majesty. They've never been more vulnerable.
You cancelled me against rashness once in Carth. I didn't
rashness, rashness,
You cancelled me against rashness once in Carth. I didn't
Is this the only way into the Eyrie?
The mountains are impassable. If you want to get...
impassable, impassable,
Mountains are impassable. If you want to get... Doesn't matter how large your army is. If you attack this gate, you do it on this road. 3 men abreast. And get slow.
abreast, abreast,
3 men abreast. And get slow.
You think I'd let my intended leave the Eyrie on urgent business without knowing what that...
Eve, Eve,
Leave the Eyrie on urgent business without knowing what that... Mustn't call me that in front of anyone else.
Oh, of course, I understand.
No one can know you're here. Put us in a very precarious position.
I would never say a thing.
precarious, precarious,
Put us in a very precarious position.
I would never say a thing.
They've been trying for years. Now they know what it feels like.
Mummy said they'd killed your mother and they chopped off your brother.
mummy, mummy,
Mummy said they'd killed your mother and they chopped off your brother.
And on top of everything else, they made you marry that filthy troll.
They did.
troll, troll,
They made you marry that filthy troll.
They did.
What took you so long?
Arranging for the ascension of King Tommen I. Extricating Sansa.
ascension, ascension,
Arranging for the ascension of King Tommen I. Extricating Sansa. Let me bathe and dress for the occasion. Once I'm presentable, I'll call on the Septon immediately.
presentable, presentable,
Once I'm presentable, I'll call on the Septon immediately.
When will the wedding take place, in your mind?
As soon as decency permits. After we've allowed...
decency, decency,
As soon as decency permits. After we've allowed...
A fortnight?
That seems reasonable.
No jugglers, no jousting dwarfs, no
joust, joust,
no jugglers, no jousting dwarfs, no... And your wedding to Loras?
Shortly after Tommen's.
Shortly?
A fortnight.
fortnight, fortnight,
Shortly?
A fortnight.
Supper time, she would go straight for honey cakes, candied almonds, custard, anything sweet.
custard, custard,
Candied almonds, custard, anything sweet. I'd assigned a scepter to watch her at meals. Kat was the firstborn daughter after all. It was important that she...
firstborn, firstborn,
Kat was the firstborn daughter after all. It's important this year. This is before she married your father and moved to the north. By the time you were born, your father's austerity had become hers.
Austerity. Austerity.
Your father's austerity had become hers. Handsome, arrogant, cruel Uncle Brandon. He almost killed Peter in a duel. And your mother loved him.
Duel. Duel.
He almost killed Peter in a duel. And your mother loved him. No. He hasn't told you about the vile things they do with their bodies, the vile things they let him do with their bodies.
No, never.
Vile. Vile.
The vile things they let him do with their bodies.
No, never.
I'll know if you lie.
I'm a virgin, I swear it. He loves you, aren't I?
Virgin. Virgin.
I'm a virgin, I swear it. He loves you, aren't I?
What will happen if you leave?
They'll say I wasn't a very good squire.
Squire. Squire.
They'll say I wasn't a very good squire.
If you cannot protect the ones you love.
We can avenge them.
Yes, we can avenge them.
Avenge. Avenge.
Yes, we can avenge them.
Mostly I poured wine.
Whilst in Lord Tyrion's service, did you ever do...
Whilst. Whilst.
Whilst in Lord Tyrion's service, did you ever do...
Get some rest. You move at sundown.
Sundown. Sundown.
You move at sundown.
You like it rough, don't you? You like it in the gutter, don't you?
Gutter. Gutter.
You like it in the gutter, don't you? Some old man teach you how to stand, how to parry.
Parry. Parry.
How to parry.
I count 10 dead mutineers.
Mutineer. Mutineer.
I count 10 dead mutineers.